Hey everyone, welcome to Feelings with the Geekiary. I'm Erin. I'm here along with my fellow hosts, Vaughn and Tara. We're fans. We have feelings. This is where we webcast about them. Hello.
Friendly reminder that this is also a podcast, so please subscribe to us on iTunes so you don't miss any of our feelings. And if you're listening to this as a podcast, please remember that this is recorded live, so we're not exactly sure what's going to happen. Please forgive us any technical difficulties or accidental swears. You can join the conversation with the hashtag Geekiary feelings. Come on, how will we know we're wrong if you don't tell us?
You got it right!
Also, I'm going to say this right now. Excuse me for like a little bit of echoiness. I'm in a big empty-ish room and also using a different microphone. So still figuring things out in this new location. But we'd like to remind all of you that the views expressed on this webcast are those of the hosts as individuals and do not necessarily represent the Geekiary or the webcast itself as a whole.
Yay!
Yeah.
Don't judge us for each other's mistakes. We've got the news section, which obviously always starts with the Patreon, which you can still join, which is cool. It's Patreon/the Geekiary, so go there, pay us money to do things. It's cool.
Yes.
And I keep saying that we need we're so overdue for an update to the Patreon, but I also am running like 3 freaking Patreons right now, so oops, I just don't have time. That and the move. I'm blaming the move for everything, for sucking at everything.
That's all good.
All right. Well, we get to move on to our favorite topic, of which there is actual news. Guys, can you believe that we have an actual hashtag Hairgate update?
I don't remember. It was a while ago, like a couple weeks ago, that you sent someone. I don't remember if it was Yvonne or Erin, but one of you guys sent the article, in our little webcast chat, and I was like, oh my God, how long has it been?
It's been a long time, and it's a good update. It's from like the man himself.
From an EW interview, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. The I don't know what the name of the article is, but the link is Kit Harington Game of Thrones hair plan. So that says a lot.
It's written specifically for us.
Yeah.
Obviously, EW is really big fans of Feelings of the Geekiary.
Someone from EW was clearly watching our webcast.
Yeah. They desperately want to know what's up. When is he going to cut his hair? And he is apparently going to cut his hair when Game of Thrones ends. So,
yeah.
If he thinks he's going to be obscure because he's cut his hair, then he's wrong, because I am watching for that. I wouldn't recognize him with long hair, but short hair, I'd be right there.
I thought didn't he cut his hair once before in the off season? I feel like he could do that now. Like he could have done it. I mean, maybe not now because they're filming again, but like he could have done it right after they finished filming last season, and he would have had way more time than he needed to grow it back. Right? Like I don't know. Unless his hair grows way slower than every guy I know.
Imagine the uproar. Everyone, the people want to know. Everyone cares about Hairgate, but imagine the uproar of fans if Kit Harington had cut his hair after the penultimate season of Game of Thrones. There would have been like a riot in the street because everyone would be like, "Oh my God, Jon Snow's going to die."
I mean,
and he is already dead and has not come from.
I was going to say.
And he also got married.
Oh yeah,
like that happened.
Yep.
Yes, I forgot about that. I did see a lot of pictures.
Yeah, I saw like 3. I didn't really pay much attention to it, but like I saw the one of him and Rose Leslie with the one that everybody has seen, where like people also like were replacing their faces and stuff. I saw the one, of course, of Maisie and oh my God, I'm blanking on her name. Sophie, Maisie and Sophie, where people are complaining about Sophie's outfit. And then I saw the one of
amazing.
And I saw the one of Robb Stark. I don't even know the actor's name anymore. In a kilt. So that was the
those are the 3 photos that I have seen. Is there more photos than that?
They're pretty much just different iterations of those photos.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Well, they looked very happy.
yes.
Yeah, I hope they are. I think it's cute. I don't really put that much stock in Hollywood weddings, but yeah, I hope, I always hope they last and hope people are happy. We'll see.
Yeah. It could happen. It might happen. They could be the one that bucked the system, but you don't know.
Mm-hmm. No, I completely agree.
I mean, I don't know. It looked nice. There was a lot of very pretty people that were dressed up like they were going to a wedding, which is always lovely.
Yeah, I mean, I actually read an article about Sophie's outfit, which normally I don't read crap about celebrity weddings, read our whole articles about them or whatever. But this one was particularly people are complaining about her outfit, but did they maybe think about the fact that she was following whatever dress code they said? Because apparently nobody knows for sure, but they think that they probably said, "Hey, dress fun." And they talked about some other outfit. I think they talked about what's his name wearing the kilt, and they talked about some other kind of unimportant B-list actress whose name I don't remember right now, who was wearing a green jumpsuit and weird gold boots. So it was kind of they probably had a thing wear fun, fashionable stuff. Just because the bride is traditional doesn't mean everybody else has to be, sort of thing. So
I don't understand any of the discussion about her outfit, but whatever. People need something to talk about. Everything else is crap. Why not judge?
I don't get it either, because it wasn't even and again, this is not I didn't see a problem with it at all, but it wasn't even, or I don't see a problem with somebody wearing something kind of lower cut or short or whatever to a wedding, because I just don't give a shit about weddings, period. But the complaints, it seemed to be centered around the fact that the bride was so traditional and she wasn't, but it's neither was Maisie Williams. She looked like she was straight out of the 80s, dude. But her outfit was more, toned down. I think it was the color and whatnot of Sophie's that people were up in arms about. Get over it. Who cares?
I know. Yeah. Who cares? Is a pretty apt description. I mean, no one cares. Everyone just cares about whether Kit Harington has cut his hair.
Exactly. And we will see, because I mean, if he does it right after the show, finishes filming, that could be as soon as late this year.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Wow, wild.
We'll be keeping a true watch out for it, because the minute we see that he's cut his hair, we'll know that they're done filming, whether or not it's been reported.
Yes. Or Jon Snow is actually dead and they're finally willing to admit it. Okay, so Geekiary news. What is happening on the Geekiary news section?
Normally we don't talk about TV episodes during the news stuff, but Steven Universe is back this week, and that is newsworthy simply because it only comes around once every couple months. So it's back this week. Last night's episode included a lesbian proposal. Tomorrow's episode is going to include a lesbian wedding. So pretty excited about that.
Do you love a lesbian wedding?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm really excited. I love this show, and I go through kind of ups and downs with the programming schedule for it and with the fandom, but mostly the online fandom, not the Beach City Con people. They're amazing, but the online fandom can be kind of but yeah, the episodes have been. And also, usually when they have these sort of what we call Steven bombs, where it's one episode a day for a week or whatever, usually they include kind of random episodes about side characters in the town and stuff. And this week is just solidly character and plot development for Steven and the Crystal Gems. It's been really good. So
Exciting. Erin, you've got any news?
No. No, it's full Comic-Con mode right now, so
yeah, fair.
I have nothing.
Right. Well, we will talk about Comic-Con a bit later, and you guys are having a whole Comic-Con 3 different webcasts, are you, or 2?
Just 2.
Just 2. So there will be a lot of Comic-Con content coming up. But yes, I can see how that would take over your brain at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, well, I've added 2 kind of fanish things that are absolutely nothing, but also really cool. Steve Rogers turned 100.
Yes.
Yeah.
Officially.
Sorry, I'm also muting myself because there's still fireworks going off here. Happy 4th of July.
We're just celebrating Steve Rogers' 100th birthday.
Yeah, I love Steve Rogers. I love Captain America. I love that this is actual like 100th birthday yesterday. I don't love this country right now, and I don't love fireworks because my dog hates them. So like terrified, hiding. She's been hiding for 2 days. It's very depressing.
Dogs are terrified of fireworks. I'm not a huge fan of them, but
I'm
one
not
of my
either.
dogs actually doesn't. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I think I don't get why people love watching fireworks. It's not my thing. One of my dogs does not give a crap about fireworks. But the other one, I mean, I couldn't even find her last night. I didn't know where she was. She'd like shoved her way into a closet and was hiding like behind a bunch of stuff in a closet in the pitch dark. And I was like, it's the worst.
Aww.
And they'll keep the problem is they'll keep setting off the effing fireworks for like 3 days after 4th of July. Just get over it, people. So anyway, that's my annual 4th of July hatred. Sorry, not sorry.
I do not celebrate the 4th of July, obviously not being American. But I do celebrate Steve Rogers' birthday. So
Sorry, that was my dog.
Heard you were being talked about, did you? And the other thing was the Chamber of Secrets has turned 20. So, woo.
Sorry, I'm sorry, guys. Again, this dog is not scared of fireworks, but when he hears them, if they sound like somebody knocking or something, he will bark. So, yay. I guess it was 2 years ago. It's been 20 years since Chamber of Secrets. So when was Sorcerer's Stone?
Last year.
Okay, that's obviously. For some reason, I didn't realize. I thought that they'd been published 2 years apart. So I was like, wait a minute, has it really been 2 years since like the 20-year anniversary of Sorcerer's Stone? And it's also Harry Potter birthday month. Yay!
Yay! Happy birthday, Harry. How old would he be now? Old. So
he was like at Hogwarts in the 80s, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, 90s.
No, he was born in 82, so he's like my age, our age. Mine and Erin's age. Erin, I don't remember. So he's my age. He's old.
Yeah. Old. He's.
Yeah.
Do you know how old he is, Erin?
It was either 80 or 81. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's early 80s. I can't remember either. But yes, he's getting old. And that makes me feel like incredibly old because like in The Cursed Child, he has like grown-ass children. And now I'm like, what?
Yep.
Yeah.
They started young.
They really did.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, my oldest niece, my sister had her when my sister had just turned 19 when she had my oldest niece, and she's going to be 12 this year. Scary.
God. All right. Well, okay. So the other piece of news that we have is that ScarJo is the worst. So Scarlett Johansson is playing another character that she should not be and has doubled down on being a crap about it. So, which is just fun news.
Yeah, I wish I could say I was surprised, but like, I'm not. So
she seems to be that type, though. Like, she just doesn't seem to care.
Yeah.
Which is disappointing because, you know, obviously, I think someone pointed out that, like, by the time they do actually make a Black Widow movie, everyone will hate Scarlett Johansson so much that no one will go see it. Like, we've been hyped for it for years. We're just like, oh, God, no. Please stop.
Please stop, Mr. Rigby. Yeah, no, I heard, as soon as I heard it, I was like, well, I mean, I wish it wasn't this way, but I'm just not surprised. So I don't know.
Cool. Any more news? Anything to tack on to the end of this news conversation that is useful and not about ScarJo being trash?
I got nothing. I went through our news stuff, but honestly, it's mostly, you know, the past week or two have been pretty dead news wise. So
well, we're all gearing up for Comic-Con. Like, there's going to be a lot of news, right? It's coming.
I was gonna say, I don't know about you, but my inbox has been pretty crazy. But yes.
I mean, I don't get press emails anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I don't get the slew of them that I used to when I was like when I attended as press. I still get some press emails. Like a few. I think I get 2 or 3 a day, especially like when we get this close. But it's for like creators and stuff, not big shows and everything. And it must be like they're using an old press list or just don't care. And I get some stuff forwarded from the people who do get press emails because like I'll cover stuff while I'm there if I can. But yeah, my inbox has been not like that full of everything. I also feel like this year Comic-Con there's like so much stuff like HBO is basically not going to be there. Westworld's not going to be there. Game of Thrones isn't going to be there. Like Outlander isn't going to be there. So basically everything I watch and care about isn't going to be there. I don't even care about Game of Thrones that much, but like they're not there. So that's, I don't know, that's weird to me that they're not going at all. But I honestly think our panel, like our like fan panel, is going to be the only Game of Thrones panel at Comic-Con this year. So.
Wow. Well, speaking of stuff that you do actually watch, what have we been watching on Netflix? Apparently, because all we do is watch Netflix now, which is pretty accurate.
I mean, that's all that's airing. I mean, to be fair, like Expanse ended last week, and the whole season was great. It ended really well. Real excited that Amazon picked that up, but I know you guys don't watch it. But yeah, it was really good. So that was cool. But like, yeah, it was it's been petering down, and then it's over, and now it's all Netflix stuff because there were a couple things earlier in June, and then the last 2 weeks it was just bam, 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 bam. Queer Eye, Luke Cage, nailed it. Glow.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I mean,
it's just picking what you're going to watch is the problem, I think, with Netflix.
Yeah, I haven't had time. I haven't had time to watch any Nailed It. Like I want to, I'm excited about it, but I haven't had time to watch any of it. I'm only through episode 6 of Luke Cage. I still want to watch Queer Eye, but I haven't had a chance. So, and I've heard nothing but amazing things about this season. All my friends are just like over the moon about it. So gosh darn it.
I watched it like on the first weekend when I was getting ready to go out and I was putting my makeup on, and then I started crying, and I cried so much that I had to redo my whole makeup and I was late. So I think Queer Eye people owe me some makeup. And they should get awards for editing because like, wow, they just rip those emotions out of you, man. They're just like,
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What about you, Erin? What have you been watching?
I really have not been watching much,
It's
which
Comic-Con
is weird.
ahead, right? Obviously.
No, it's very strange. Well, actually, that's not true. I have been binge watching Van Helsing because I'm going to be covering that at Comic-Con. So,
how are you liking Van Helsing?
I started watching it 2 years ago when it first came out. I hated the pilot though, so I couldn't get past it. And once I finally, I was like, just gotta do it. So, the second episode is really good. And then it's not terrible. It's not great. but it's not bad. And so yeah, I've been watching that. So
right. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll be real. The part of the reason why I haven't my boyfriend and I tend to watch a lot of things together, even being like long distance again. We use Rabbit and watch stuff. So that's why I'm so far behind on Luke Cage. That's why I haven't watched any Nailed It, because we actually put both of those off to watch Glow. But so I've been like rewatching Sex and the City. I was just bored one night and it was like the thing that was like on HBO Go, like as a suggested thing. And I was like, huh.
How's that rewatch in 2018? I feel like that would be a different experience.
It has not aged well. Like, it is not aged well in so many ways. Like them just throwing around the term slut as derogatory, them referring to trannies. There's like several times in the later seasons where they do that. Yeah, it's not great in terms of that, but like there's still, I don't know. And also like there's also the weird, like now I know that like there's this whole situation where Kim Cattrall and Sarah Jessica Parker maybe like don't like each other at all, which I didn't know about when it was airing and stuff. So it's like it's a thing. The reason why I like after I started watching it, the reason why I kept watching it, even though I'm like, ooh, wow, this is just not as fun as it was the first time around. But the reason why I kept watching it was because it's a thing to have on in the background that I don't really have to pay attention to while I'm working. So, and I like it's HBO Go, so I can watch it on a computer or whatever. I don't have to be on my TV or whatnot. So it's like, it's pretty bad. So.
Wow. Yeah, I can imagine it would be bad. I have not seen it obviously for years, but I can imagine that it would not have aged well. It's quite fun to go back and watch and stuff like that though, especially like stuff that is like so zeitgeisty at the time. Like,
yeah. There's also, oh my God, there's like 1 million people in it. And I don't like, I'm talking people that were in just one episode. Will Arnett, Bradley Cooper, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Jennifer Aniston, the guy from Friday Night Lights, who I've never watched Friday Night Lights. I only know him from Early Edition, that show about the guy that got the newspaper delivered to him a day early. It was like a 90s show.
Yes.
My sisters and I were really into it because like, I think his name was Gary, and like the whole like the show, the theme like started with him like his hairy legs like coming to the door and like bending down to get the paper. So we were like, Gary and his hairy legs. we were young, okay.
I mean, I actually just remember
he had a
the
cat. He had an
the
orange cat delivered the paper to him. Like,
wow.
God, and that's just like the ones I'm thinking of off the top of my head. Like as I've been watching this show, it's like, holy shit, this person's in it too. And this person and this person and this person. Like I keep having to look them up because of course it's been so long that, so many of them are so much younger than kind of what I'm used to seeing. But I mean, some of them like Will Arnett and Bradley Cooper and everything you can't miss that. So it's just, and these were clearly like, oh my gosh, Agent Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Why am I blanking on his name? Coulson. Agent Coulson was in an episode.
Cool.
The part great. It's just, that these are just like actors getting these like bit parts on Sex and the City because their careers haven't been jump started yet. And it's like, wow, some of these people have won Oscars and Emmys.
Nice.
Wow.
It's always fun to do that. I recently watched The Office for the first time, the American Office, which I've never seen.
Oh my God.
I just never wanted to watch it when I was on, and everyone was always like, watch it. And I was like, But I watched it and I'm like, look, it's good and I enjoy it a lot and I like the nice people and stuff. It does go a bit far sometimes and I'm like, I have to turn it off. But you know, I enjoyed it a lot, but I did notice like we're watching like way back at the start, there was like a few people in it and you're like, oh, and which really reminded me how old it was because I did not like really realize that it was like 15 years old.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Right before I rewatched Sex and the City, I rewatched Parks and Rec. So
Parks and Rec is good.
Yeah. But actually John Krasinski from The Office was in Greenville last week. Yeah, he was in that stupid football movie Leatherheads that had a good portion of it was filmed in this area. So he was like visiting or something. I don't really know why, but it was cool. I wish I'd known that it was happening when it happened because I felt like I saw it on the Greenville subreddit like the day after, and I was like, God damn it, I would have totally gone and like celebrity stalked him downtown.
Good, excellent. That's a good day, you know, done celebrity stalking. So did we all watch the Sense8 final then?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's fine though. You can talk about it.
I
know I'm very behind on everything. It's bad. It's so bad.
Is there a way to really like? There's ways to talk about it without spoiling it.
You can. I don't care. It's fine.
It was amazing. So
I don't think we need to spoil it. Like,
no, I don't think we do either.
I think that I was very satisfied with it. Like, I'm still sad that we didn't get a full 5 seasons, although I'm watching it, I'm like, I'm really glad that they did not drag this out for 5 seasons. But
yeah. I think we could have done another season.
One more season would have been.
Because a lot of it felt really like smushed together and rushed. There was, especially the big kind of finale and everything, not the ending, but the finale, you know what I'm talking about, like was very I was like, what is going on? Wait, how is it? Wait, what? Oh, that's it? Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, because I was watching it and I'm like, I'm actually really glad that they you know, because the Wachowskis are like, they're not known for editing. Or like and cutting things down. So I'm really glad that they were actually forced to kind of find what the bare essentials necessary were to make this a final, because I think that made it a better story. But I would have preferred if it was a whole season. Like if they had been able to cut down the 3 seasons that they had planned into 1 season, I think that would have been ideal.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that, yeah, I mean, watching it, I'm like, I'm glad that I love Sense8, and I think it's like, honestly, just, it's got its problems, but it makes me so warm and fuzzy on the inside every time I watch it. I'm just like, I'm so happy, and I now believe in people, and I love people, and, you know, that's a nice thing that I'd never, ever say anymore because people are awful.
So, and I was like sobbing, like, oh
God, yeah,
the whole last like half hour. My dog kept coming up to me like, "What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong?" I was
but it was like, it's good tears. Like it's really sad, but it's also like, you know, it's just kind of lethargic tears where you're like, oh my God, I really love people, and they all seem like they really like each other, and it's just that's really nice. I'm disappointed that they didn't get a final season, but I'm really happy that they got a final episode and that it was as well like done as it could be.
It was a movie.
Yeah.
It was like 2.5 hours, maybe a little longer, 2 hours and 40 minutes. So,
yeah.
And really, I think they could have done a shortened season with like 4 to 6 hour long episodes. And that's what I wished had happened. But yeah, whatever. I don't care. It got an ending, and we didn't know a year ago that would happen. So, and it was good. It was so good.
I mean, I hope that Sense8 is one of those shows that people kind of like look back on and understand how like interesting and groundbreaking it was, and use like the elements of it to like go forward in the way that they make stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially like collective thought and the way that it's queered and things like that, and the use of language and stuff like that. But I think that a lot of people didn't quite understand it, and that's really sad. But I hope that like in perpetuity, like in the future, people learn to appreciate Sense8.
I feel like I'm in that sort of zone where I surround myself with people who are like me so much that I've never, like, not one person I know who has watched that show didn't love it. So.
Well, yeah, not one person I know who's watched it didn't love it, but most, like, a lot of people outside of my, like, anyone who's not in fandom or not a fan person has not watched it. That cat.
That's the cat that's I'm babysitting. So
it's not my cat. I didn't know.
I mean, that's what the cat tower is for him to scratch at, so that he doesn't scratch my furniture.
All right. Anything else to add for Netflix? Oh, wait, I did actually, which I put down further, but is actually a Netflix thing, so we'll put it in here. Did you guys watch Set It Up, the new Netflix rom-com?
Mm-mm.
It's like all anyone would talk about for like 2 weeks. Okay, so they released a new rom-com and it's called Set It Up, and it's got, like, you know, it's got Lucy Liu and Zoe Dutch in it, and it was honestly the most delightful thing I've ever seen, and I loved it so much. It was a perfect rom-com. And it got me thinking about, like, Netflix and how they've been releasing a few of those, and there's another, like, couple of rom-coms coming out this year, and there's so it seems like there's a kind of rom-com resurgence happening. And I was wondering what you guys thought about that.
I feel like I'm one of those people who I am, like, so judgy. I don't care that other people love them, but I'm so judgy of myself for loving them. But I do. So I'm going to have to check this out.
Oh my God, it is honestly so good. If you are sad and you have 2 hours to spare, please watch Set It Up.
That's good to know. Yeah, I don't think I've heard anything about it. One of my friends did suggest a Netflix show to me that I was like, oh, I need to watch this. And then I was drunk when I saw the post and promptly forgot about what show it was. So, or what, it could have been a movie. And before I forget, the other thing, I'm not going to spoil anything because I don't know if you guys have watched it, but the second season of Glow is so awesome. It's actually far superior to the first season.
I watched the first 2 episodes last night, and I really enjoyed it. So
it gets better. It gets better. Like,
I have to get through stupid Van Helsing first. But I'm almost there.
I'm not going to spoil anything. It's also been out for less than a week. So, but that's why I'm so far behind on, like, other stuff, because I was just so into completing that. But I love the first season of Glow, but yeah, the second season it's so, like, the first season was great build up to this. So it's, yeah. And I don't know if they've announced that there will be a third season, but I assume there will be. So
yeah, it depends on, I guess, how many people are watching it, because Netflix has actually been canceling a few shows this year, you know, like, in a way that it hasn't really been doing before.
Yeah.
So, and, you know, we don't really know the data. Like, Netflix is so secretive about data. You don't know how well things are going and how,
or like how they count it, because it's like, when a show like Stranger Things comes out, fucking everybody is watching it immediately because nobody wants to be spoiled. But, like, a show like Glow or Nailed It, or, I mean, shit, even season 2 of Luke Cage, like, I've been minorly spoiled for season 2 of Luke Cage. It's like, it's annoying. People, keep your fucking mouths shut, honestly. Do you really need to be posting, like, checking yourself in, watching it with details of episode 8 like a week ago? No, you don't need to be doing that. But yeah, what do they, because it's not like a network where they count live views, you know, like, there's no such thing. So what is their cutoff for, like, what counts toward, views that get a show renewed? Or, I mean, I think it would
be like how much it costs to make versus like how. Yeah. I mean, but I also think that, like, buzz would be a big deal with Netflix, because Netflix is just, like, selling itself. Like, its shows are basically ads for Netflix. So, like, a show could like not get that many views, but if everyone's talking about it, like, if it's if it's like hugely buzzy, then it would get renewed because everyone's talking about it. So
I mean, I'm pretty sure way back in the day, there were actually commercials on television for Netflix. Like when it first started, back when you could like have movies sent to you. Do they still even do that? Do they still send physical Blu-rays or DVDs? Like,
I don't know.
I think they do.
Wow.
I know at one point my ex, we had a Netflix account and it was at that point where I think we even maybe weren't together at the time, but he switched it from the one where you get the online stuff or the streaming stuff and the physical, movies, to just the streaming stuff. And we had a copy of There Will Be Blood that we'd had for like a year. And it was like, you got to send that back. I'm pretty sure he never sent it back. And I don't think Netflix ever did anything about it.
Honestly, I couldn't have done that Netflix thing. Like I have a hard enough time getting my books back to the library. Like if I had to actually post something back to Netflix,
they sent back then they sent an envelope. So like you got the thing in an envelope, and in the envelope was another envelope. So you would just slide it back in the envelope and put it in your mailbox. It was completely easy. It was just like pure laziness. I didn't watch There Will Be Blood, so don't look at me.
Right. Well, I mean, There Will Be Blood is a really good movie, but
I think I started watching it. I was like, this is not my thing.
That is fair. It is a very angry men movie, but it's a good angry men movie. So, all right. Speaking of movies, what movies have we seen? I've got Jurassic World and Ocean's 8. I have not seen Jurassic World, but I have seen Ocean's 8. What have you guys seen?
Jurassic World. That's like
I have actually seen Jurassic World.
You have seen it. Wow.
Yeah. When did I see it? Over the weekend.
Oh my God, Erin.
I know.
This is this is what you prioritize.
It's only because my mom took me and my brother and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
It was like a family outing.
Family outing.
Yeah.
Listen, it was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it was terrible. I'm sorry, but
I enjoyed it, but like I enjoyed it because I was drinking in the theater.
Oh.
And like I was with, my two girlfriends, so we were all making snarky comments to each other and everything. Like it was hilariously bad to me. So that made me enjoy it.
This is why I did not see it. I was like, look, I wasn't fussed on it anyway because I didn't really like the first Jurassic World. But then everyone just saw it. I'd missed it that first weekend, and then everyone saw it and said it was just so bad that I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah, it's basically Lost World combined with Jurassic World. It's like they take storylines from those two movies because they definitely recycle shit from the movie that just came out 3 years ago, right? It was 3 years ago.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure remember. It was 2015. Yeah, it had to have been 2015. They recycle storylines from its prequel, from the first movie in the Jurassic World portion of the franchise, and then they recycle storylines from friggin' the Lost World. Like, was it worse than Jurassic Park 3? I don't know.
Do we know how much money it's making? Is it doing well?
I mean, I haven't. I'll have to look it up.
So
I think it's I think it is.
I mean, I don't think it's doing badly, but I don't think it's doing Jurassic World numbers.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, the theater that I saw it in, like, I went opening night at 7:00, and the theater was maybe 60% full. So
it was pretty full when I saw it I saw it Saturday.
Someone else saw it the weekend after it came out. I don't remember who, like one of my other friends, whatever. And they said the theater was like packed. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that like a lot of people I know have like didn't rush out to see it, but have gone to see it since, like just because they didn't have anything else to see, or they were bored, or they had a couple of hours, so they went to see.
Yeah.
Or they needed a family outing movie.
Yeah, my family, my parents took the grandkids to see this past
week. It's the kind of movie where you're like, no one can decide on a movie, so let's just go see Jurassic World. Which is a weird thing. I'm like, oh, go. There are other movies, guys. Go see something else.
I still want to take my nieces and nephew, because the other one isn't old enough to see Solo, but I don't have any money for that. So
yeah. Well, I did see Ocean's 8 and I would recommend it 100%. I mean, it is a ridiculous movie that has like zero plot. Like, it makes no sense, but it is also so fun, and it has sparkly jewels and pretty girls, and it's like there is like 2 dudes in this movie, like 2 dudes for the whole movie, and it is just amazing.
I mean, I feel like the original like, Ocean's movies, like Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, they didn't exactly have like great plot either.
No,
it was just a bunch of attractive actors.
Attractive actors, having a bit of fun, and that is the vibe that you get from Ocean's 8, definitely.
Good to know.
Yeah. I would recommend it. I've seen it twice because I am in love with Kate Blanchett, and I will probably just buy it on iTunes and watch it a million times. What?
Kate Blanchett. She's one of those actresses where it's like I like really love her sometimes, and then sometimes like, do I though? I didn't love her in Thor. She looked hot.
I loved her.
Like, she looked really hot, but like I think it was just maybe that the Hela storyline was like the least interesting like part of that movie for me. But I do like really, really, really love her in Lord of the Rings. So we'll just.
I love Kate Blanchett. She's the one.
I mean, I loved her in The Hobbit too, even though I hated those movies.
I love the Hobbit movies. Oh my god.
Those, Erin, I understand why you would like them, but those movies were not good.
I love them. It's fine. We won't talk about that. Yeah.
Kate Blanchett was amazing. I did watch the Hobbit movies because Kate Blanchett was in them.
Who else is in Ocean's 8? Like, I know Sandra Bullock and Brianna and Anne Hathaway and
Sarah Paulson and Mindy Kaling and some, I don't know, a girl who I do not know the name of. But yes, it's like pretty much a who's who of my high school crushes. So I was like, there's no wonder that I've seen this movie twice.
I'm taking a selfie of me with my cat in the background.
Very photogenic cat.
Yeah, except for the gook in his eyes. Dirty face cat. What other like Ant-Man and Wasp literally just came out, so
yes, and I haven't seen it yet. I will probably watch it at some point at the movies, but
I haven't seen it yet either.
I'm not really.
I've heard really good things so far.
It's supposed to be quite good, but I just don't care about Ant-Man like at all.
Yeah, what I'm hearing is nobody cares about Ant-Man, but Wasp is amazing. So there's that.
Cool. All right. Well, let's get to upcoming events because, like, I want to hear what you guys have to say about San Diego Comic-Con because that is your whole life in July. So go for it.
Really
go.
Is. Well, so when are you guys doing the webcasts, Erin?
Yeah, so we have 2 webcasts. The first one is our pre-San Diego Comic-Con special, which will be on Saturday, July 14th. Normal time, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to be discussing nightlife during Comic-Con. That's kind of the focus. So, yeah, that should be fun.
I'm really sad I'm missing that. I was like, yay, I'm going to do this webcast with you guys. And then I remembered I'm literally in a wedding that day, so it's not
It's fine. It's fine.
Well, mostly because I'm also
hang out with me for nightlife, you know.
Well, mostly because I'm also missing preview night because I won't be there, and I have to. My flight is at like 6:30 in the morning on Thursday, so I will be going to bed really freaking early.
speaking of preview night, that's our second webcast is our preview night special. So that will be on Wednesday, July 18th, an hour earlier. It's 7 p.m. Eastern. It'll be 4 p.m. Pacific time. And we will be live from San Diego and talking about what our plans are. So, because a lot can happen in the next 2 weeks.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, today, like Thursday schedule came out.
Yep.
And of course they started having signups for the exclusive, like, merchandise and signings, which the only merchandise things on there really, I mean, there's Funko and Hasbro and a couple others who I've never really paid attention to. And the signings are a few TV shows and some DC Comics people, but like, I guess I was expecting like more, unless there's some like that are yet to be announced for the lotteries. I was expecting there to be more on there, I guess.
I have no interest in signings, so I have not been out to the portal to look at the schedule, but I do think that those are still probably getting finalized.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really either, but it's one of those things where I'm not going to get up at the crack of dawn and go wait in line for 6 hours for a signing. But if they have like a time frame that fits in my schedule and I can win a lottery for it, sure, why not? So
yeah, I entered for exclusives. I mean, I've never done that before. I don't really care, but there are actually I have 3 Funkos. I am like not into Funkos really, but if I find one that I want, I like want it really bad.
Same.
And there are 2 that I want really bad, and so I signed up for a lottery slot. We'll see what happens. I won't be disappointed if I don't get it, but I'm going to try, and it's a lot better than camping out overnight.
They've done the online thing?
Yes. Yeah. Usually you have to show up like not like the moment they open that day.
It's everything else line for camping out. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Funkos.
Something new this year.
I love Funkos, but at the same time, I'm not really like, I like having them, but I'm not going to wait in line for hours or pay more than what they are actually selling for.
Right.
Like last year, the only one I really cared about was the Alchemy. And so Brian was able to get online the morning they went on sale at Comic-Con and just get it from Hot Topic. So it doesn't have the SDCC sticker, but like, we're not going to sell it. Although like when I moved back up here, I lost the Alchemy in the we're not broken up, but we're living in separate places split. So very, very disappointed in that. Brian. But yeah, no, I signed up for I signed up for the Hasbro one just because like they might have some cool stuff. If it's not overly like overpriced, I could get my nieces and nephews some stuff. But like, and I signed up for the Funko one. And a couple of the TV show signings. But again, it's one of those, if I win in the lottery, like I'm only going if I'm not going to have to wait in line for 2 or more hours. Like,
do you like, when do you find out if you've won in the lottery? Like, is it before or on the day, or?
I think
Monday. I think they announce it Monday. Yeah, not this Monday, the Monday before Comic-Con.
Yeah, I want to say they close like the 12th, but it could be the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I mean, it'd be interesting to see how this system works.
Yeah, people are really pissed about it, and I'm just like, y'all, everybody else does it this way. Like, you're still getting your weird, I'm gonna sleep outside to watch a panel crap. So, this sort of stuff about San Diego Comic-Con is like what has always bothered me about San Diego Comic-Con. So.
I mean, yeah, I think it's interesting because you probably get a lot of people who wouldn't have camped out for it signing up for the lottery.
Oh yeah.
So you'll get like, more people, but yeah, obviously if you're one of the people that is willing to camp out, you'd be pissed off because there's no kind of.
I guess I kind of wonder though, like if you're that person, if you're going to be, if you're going to be so, I have a friend who he wants to get the exclusives, but he's never camped out for them. And for whatever pass he has, it's some sort of pro pass, but not the one that I have. I don't know. He doesn't have access to the exclusives apparently. And he was kind of annoyed with it, but it's like, it's not so big of a deal that he's like, you know, causing a scene about it or freaking out about it. It's just frustrating to him. But I don't know, man. I feel like the people who camp out like that, they're just buying that stuff to resell it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree. Because the people
collector, I don't know.
The people that I know that are into the exclusives and the signings and stuff that normally do camp out are actually really happy they don't have to camp out this year. And but those people that I'm talking about, like, they don't resell. Right,
but they're also happy they don't have to camp out.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing the other thing is like I don't know if it's the same as Star Wars Celebration, but it was like you sign up for lottery. If you don't win the lottery, there's still a slot at the end of the day where you can go wait in line and buy stuff. If they're depending on what's left from the day. But like, I don't know if there's a limit. They haven't announced that there's any sort of limit on what you can buy. So like, if I enter the lottery for Funko and I get it, and my friend who also enters the lottery for Funko doesn't and really wants something, and he'll give me the 10 or 15 bucks to buy the item, like, why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy for my two friends that want Funko if I get the lottery. So
yeah. As long as I have the money for it, I don't care. And I think that's I don't.
Anyway,
it's a lottery this year. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, I'll ask, like, what are you like? If like, I know, Tara, you said that like the ones that you really want to see weren't going to be there, but what are you really looking forward to? Like, what do you want to see? Like, what are you going to drop everything to see this year?
Honestly, like nothing. Like so this
Ooh,
is like I did look at the schedule. Like I did look at the Thursday schedule, and I'm gonna do what I do every year. Hold on, let me block off this person's phone number. I'm gonna do what I do every year and write down all of the things I want to see. And I'm even blocking like a couple things that I want to see. This is just Thursday, and I don't even get there till like noon. But, like. I know I can't see all those things, but those are these are panels that I would enjoy, and I will wander into one or two of them that day. And I'm going to do the same for Friday and Saturday. My flight leaves at like 3 on Sunday, I think. So like, I don't really think I'm gonna have time to go to the convention center, but like, I'm going to look at the schedules. I'm going to have things I want to do. The biggest thing is like, I've got 2 parties to go to on Thursday. One is a private one that I was invited to last year and had a blast with Diamond Select Toys. The other one is Rave of Thrones that a bunch of us are going to. And then like Saturday, of course, I have my panel, which they say don't announce it, but who the fuck cares? Like at this point, it's going to be announced in 2 days anyway. It's the same bad time, same bad place, 4 p.m. Saturday in the freaking library. So that's like, I've got that on Saturday, and then like we'll go out for drinks after the panel and everything. The only other thing I really absolutely need is to get 2 books signed by Pierce Brown and a picture with him, because I'm in love with him. So
nice.
Shh, don't tell anyone.
You just announced it to the internet, but it's fine.
It's fine. I figure if somebody is going to watch, 54 minutes of this webcast and get to the point where I say that I love Pierce Brown, then kudos to them.
Then they deserve that knowledge.
Yeah, exactly.
Erin,
but I've gotten pictures with him the last 2 years, so like literally, got to get the book signed, got to get my picture with him. That's all.
Erin, what about you?
There's a lot of stuff. This is shaping up to be my busiest year, which is interesting. But I would say, again, it looks like there's going to be a lot of Winona Earp stuff, and
cool.
I'm excited about that. The season 3 premiere is actually on Friday of Comic-Con, July 20th.
Oh yeah, we're gonna watch.
And so they are having a screening that's actually an official Comic-Con event. So it'll likely be like a lottery to get in to see that.
Oh my gosh, you have to let me know when that happens. I need that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that seems to be a big thing. I'm trying to see here, like one of the really cool things, kind of a surprise, on the Thursday schedule that came out today was Brooklyn Nine-Nine is being sent to Comic-Con.
Cool.
NBC is sending them as
shoot,
their new home. So yeah.
When is it?
It's really late. It's at 7 p.m. on Thursday.
That's why I missed it.
Yeah. A lot of programming is going really late this year.
Yeah, because I'm not getting there till noon, I didn't look at anything that started before 2 and because of like the first thing I'm going to that night starts at 8 and I want to be there right at 8. I didn't look at anything that started after 6. So
yeah.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, there's NBC hasn't sent out any of their programming announcements yet. Netflix hasn't sent out anything. ABC hasn't sent out anything. So, I mean, we have gotten some really good news from like Hulu and Amazon and Sci-Fi and stuff, but we're still waiting on a lot of networks to announce who they're sending. So
cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of Steven Universe stuff too. I really want to make sure I get to the Cartoon Network booth because apparently it's going to be very Steven Universe centric. So that's exciting.
Exciting.
But I'm not getting up for the 10 a.m. panel on Saturday. This is the last Comic-Con I'm going to be able to go to probably for the foreseeable future, just because of like money reasons. So I am going to be. I want a redo of 2016, which was my best Comic-Con to date, which is just me being wasted the whole weekend. So
nice.
Don't fall off the bar stools. No.
I fell upstairs. Okay, it happens. Whatever. Which is crazy because stuff like that never happens. But man, San Diego Comic-Con 2016, it did. I didn't care.
It does happen sometimes.
Right. Well, you guys have fun and try not to die of like alcohol poisoning. If you do, that's cool. Whatever. But
I'm on a 2-week no alcohol like liver detox right now.
Like to lead up to. You really should be drinking in the lead up to like prepare your body.
I know.
Like, you should be, like...
I'm drinking like lots of water. I'm doing a little cleanse here as Tara's like pouring more wine. Thanks for tempting me. No,
I don't mean to be tempting.
No, it's fine.
I'm the exact opposite. I gotta boost myself up.
Yeah. Then this way I don't have to spend as much money on drinks because my tolerance will go down. So yeah.
See, that never works for me because I still drink the same amount. I just get more.
Probably will too. It's fine.
All right. So San Diego Comic-Con has taken over your lives. Do you have any recommendations though? Like for the people that are not going to Comic-Con who will be at home, not dealing with that many people in one place and chilling in a quiet coffee shop.
What to watch for during Comic-Con?
Well, just what to watch, like the recommendations for anyone who's like not at who's not taken over by Comic-Con. Just general recommendations.
Oh, like in the recommendation section of our sheet?
Yes.
Okay. Because I have down Coco, which is a movie that came out a long time ago.
I saw it like 2 weeks ago, so it
came out like right around the time that my dad passed away, and so obviously I was not going to watch that at that time. Yes, and I thought I had given myself enough time to like be emotionally prepared for it. That was a lie I told myself because I just cried for 2 hours, and but it was very, very good. Yeah, I I loved the Mexican culture that was put into it, and I loved it, but it's going to be a while before I watch it again because that put me through the ringer emotionally.
I mean, I saw it a couple months ago, and my grandmother passed away last June, so like June 2017, and I was a wreck watching it. So it was like almost a year, and I was still a wreck. So I feel you. I mean, not quite the same, but I don't know as if there's I'm sure there's some sort of rule of like how long it takes you to just not have that sort of level of grief, but it's definitely not 10 months. So
Right. Wow. If you want to cry, watch Coco. Anything else that
Erin, do you have anything else?
You watch Van Helsing because it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Just get through the pilot, and
you really haven't sold it. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
I know
It's all right.
It's very dark, but the whole time I was watching season 1, I was like, this is actually a really good show, and I feel like it reminded me a lot of the early seasons of The Walking Dead, not only in the story, but also like the tone and everything. And, but it's very dark and like, but it got better. It's a weird show. But
right, well, I'll consider it. It's not at the top of my list. I'm not going to lie. All right. Well, my recommendations are Hannah Gadsby's Nanette, which is her Netflix special, which is just amazing. It's a must watch. You've probably seen people talking about it for the last few weeks. There's like trigger warnings for like, I guess like rape and homophobia and stuff like that. But it's worth watching. It's really powerful and it's really well done. Other thing is a fanfic. It's Steve Rogers at 100, which is like one of the best ever fanfics ever, which is just it's a look at all of the movies that would have been made about Steve Rogers if like we lived into the Marvel universe, like if he had died. Like the world would have made like a bunch of different movies about Steve Rogers in between the time he went into the ice and then woke up again. And it's kind of about Steve like going through and watching those at the age of 100, going through and watching all of the movies about him. And it's just amazing. It's a combination of fan art and a bunch of fanfic and just like synopsis about movies and stuff like that. It's a collaborative thing, and just the best thing ever. And it's now officially, seeing as Steve Rogers is at 100, it's the perfect time to read it. And finally, I saw the documentary I Used to Be Normal, which is a documentary about boy band fangirls, and it was delightful.
It's a little too close to home.
I feel like I need to watch that.
Oh,
no,
man.
it was so good. I watched it with a bunch of people, and it's very it talks about like the weirdness of being a boy band fangirl, but it also like talks about how powerful it could be and how nice it is, and it's like it follows
it's kind of like any fandom, like when you're super into that fandom.
It follows four fangirls for different fandoms. Like one is a Beatles fangirl, from one is a One Direction fangirl, one's a Backstreet Boys fangirl, and Take That fangirl. And it's just really like, obviously it hits close to home, but it was just really lovely, like to see like these women talking about why they do it and how it can be powerful and why it's dangerous as well, and like how it can take over your life and stuff like that. But it's I would recommend it. It's currently doing the festival circuit, but hopefully we'll get a wider release later in the year. So if you see it, check it out.
All right.
I definitely will, because
I want to see
I'm a
it.
boy band fangirl myself.
I don't know if I'd call myself like a boy band fangirl, and I don't mean that like in a like I think maybe I was when I was in high school, and then I just have not like ever gotten back into it. But like I think the idea of being a super fangirl of something rings true with a lot of things. So.
Yeah, I mean, it does talk about that. It talks about like, you know, how they all kind of realized that the way they loved the thing was like different to the way that everybody else did, you know, and they were like, and you're just like, yeah, I feel that girl, you know.
Okay, my recommendations, just watch Glow, like Glow season 2. It's so good. It's, even if you were not 100% behind the first season, this season is really good. And then Winona Earp is coming back soon. So yeah, watch that if you haven't yet, because it's amazing. Not enough people, like, I know, like, it's got like, it's really great fandom, but like, I feel like it just needs a little bit, I don't know what the show itself doesn't need to do anything different, but like there needs to be, something needs to happen apparently for it to like really hit it big, because like it doesn't get as much attention as it should for how good it is. It really doesn't. But at the same time, I'm like, ooh, do I really want like a whole bunch more like fans? Because I kind of also like the fandom right now. The fandom's really healthy and fun, and if it gets super popular, it might not be. So we'll see. But yeah, Winona Earp is amazing. That's all.
Okay, excellent. Those are 2 very good choices. And we have a question at the end, and I actually have a question because I'm obviously on my rom-com kick at the moment. And my question is, if you could cast 2 people in a brand new rom-com, who would you cast? Like 2 people as a couple.
You go first. I gotta think about it. Somebody else go first. I have to think about it.
I would love to see Tom Holland in a rom-com.
Yeah, he would be great.
But I feel like we already kind of get like his fun personality with Spider-Man. But I would love to see him as like a romantic leading man, young dude. But I have no idea who to cast opposite him.
Like, all I want to see is Chris Hemsworth in a rom-com.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Chris Hemsworth is funny, right?
He is.
He is lovely and charming, and he should be in comedies. That's where he should be. But imagine him being the romantic lead in a rom-com. It would be perfect. Stop trying to make war movies, Chris. Make a rom-com. Do it.
I'm seeing a trend here. Maybe we should just have like all of the Marvel dudes.
All of the Marvel dudes.
Yeah.
Rom-coms. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But so many of them have. Chris Evans has.
Yes.
Mark Ruffalo has. He's done.
Oh yeah, Mark Ruffalo is this big rom-com dude, and Mark Ruffalo is brilliant for it. But Chris Hemsworth, I feel, is missing that in his resume and just really needs to go there.
Good call.
Like, I'm trying to think about it, and the worst part is like there are people I'd like to see, but then I think about it, I'm like, no, shoot, they've already done this, and also like I don't know enough like young like actors, I guess, to really.
They don't have to be young.
Yeah.
People
older.
Of all ages, romantic comedies.
I mean, like at the end of the year, we've got Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves in a rom-com, which is pretty much what my dream would have been. And oh yeah, do you know? Yeah, they're in a rom-com where they get stuck as the 2 single people at a destination wedding.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know about this.
I know. It's like I dreamed it into life. It's amazing.
Ever since Dracula, what can I say? I love those 2 together.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's the dream. It's like that 90s dream team, like really.
Yeah.
I think the problem with me is that so many of the people I used to enjoy have become so problematic that I like.
Yeah, I know.
So either they're super problematic or they've already been in a ton of rom-coms. So I'm like,
Yeah, maybe there's like a correlation there. Have you done a rom-com and how problematic you turn out to be?
Yeah. But I mean, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, it's like, it's either they did a rom-com already or they haven't and they're problematic. Like, I love Colin Firth, but he's done shit tons of rom-coms. Or, well, you know, he did Bridget Jones and I think.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't need to do another rom-com. He's already Mark Darcy. Like, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I would watch more rom-coms with Colin Firth in it, though.
I would watch anything with Colin Firth in it.
Oh, my God. But, like, also, who needs to do a rom-com? Idris Elba. Just the whole cast of Thor Ragnarok would be great.
Yeah.
In rom-coms.
Wendy.
Give them all their own rom-com.
Yeah.
One of my dogs came in and like started laying at my feet, and I thought it was Rigby, and then I realized it was Wendy. I'm so sorry, Wendy. It's fire. Yeah, no, I don't know. Name some more names. Idris Elba would be great in a rom-com. Who like that's my problem. I'm having trouble thinking of people who I like.
Harry Styles, rom-com.
I don't know Harry Styles that well, but sure, yeah. Oh, wait, which one was the one that was in I'm pretty sure it was a One Direction guy that was in the new Jumanji movie. Was that it wasn't? No, it was the other one. It was the other boy band. I'm sorry, I don't know boy bands anymore. It was the other boy band, Jonas Brothers, I think. Nick Jonas, maybe.
Yes, one of the Jonas. I don't know the Jonas.
Yeah, sure, him. He should be in
Jonas was in.
Was he in a rom-com? Probably. I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think he's been in a rom-com.
Has Chris Pratt been in a rom-com? Parks and Rec does not count.
I don't know, but Chris Pratt is kind of like, ugh.
Yeah, I'm getting turned off on the Chris Pratt train.
Like Chris Pratt on film, great. Like if he's doing his Andy Dwyer thing, Chris Pratt in real life, ugh.
Yep. Right there with you, girl.
I must have missed something, so.
Oh, he's just a bit of a douchebag.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Pay attention. Yeah, I'm sure like I would agree with like pretty much anybody you guys would say. My problem is I literally can't think of somebody who I actually still like who has not done a rom-com.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't know why. What is wrong with me? I don't know what I watch anymore.
You only watch rom-coms, so then you've only seen people who are in rom-coms.
No, I watch I haven't watched one in a while, but I used to watch a shit ton of rom-coms. I have like I'm telling you, probably half my Blu-rays are rom-coms.
Yeah.
Or DVD. They're DVD.
Seriously, watch Set It Up, guys. Just do it. You will not regret it. But okay, well, I think that's a pretty good list.
Ravi.
Yes, he would
Ravi
be
for My Zombie should be in a rom-com.
He would be good in a rom-com.
I know that he sort of is in a way with the whole Peyton thing in iZombie, but I mean like a legit rom-com movie, I want to see Ravi.
Yes, he would be a great kind of like the dorky male lead. You know? Yeah.
What are you talking about? He would be the smoldering male lead.
Yeah, but like dorky, smoldering. Like
yeah, that's the thing. He's got them both going for him, and that that's
true.
I know that can't just. There's got to be all of us here that want like the dorky guy who's also like really hot.
Smoking hot, right? Because like I don't want any of those rom-coms where it's like the guy is like not attractive. Like I'm not watching rom-coms for that. I'm watching rom-coms for attractive people. Okay, like this is superficial shit, man.
That's fair. That's fair. It is a genre. I mean, yeah.
And no, but I mean, what I mean by that is like when the dude is kind of a dickhead and he's kind of like doesn't look after himself and he's kind of a and then he gets some hot girl because like he's an asshole and you're like, why did that happen? That version of rom-com, not here for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The Judd Apatow model of rom-com, I am not here for.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, if anyone is listening to this and has an idea of who they would like to cast in a rom-com, please tell us.
Yes,
or if you have
really
any ideas of who to cast opposite the people we've already said.
Yes.
That would be good too.
Yes, we will accept either or answer. Okay. Well, are we all done? Nothing to add, ladies?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, we're just going to keep going down this rom-com rabbit hole.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to go. I am Vaughn, and I'm here along with Tara and Erin. Thank you for joining us for Feelings with the Geekiary. Remember, we're a free webcast run off donations from viewers like you. Thank you for contributing to our host site, the Geekiary, and we will see you next month after Comic-Con.
Bye.